Okay, now the screen is getting recorded. So now, basically, MM deals with mainly two things. One is purchasing a material and then managing it in the inventory or a storage location. So you should know the meaning of inventory. Inventory is nothing but your stock. Okay, so every industry will have some inventory, whether it is money, whether it is goods, whether it is something. It's called as their inventory. Okay, so basically, deals with purchasing a material from a vendor as per the industrial requirement and manages it in its store as per the requirement again. Okay, clear here? Hello, Rajesh. Rajesh, you are on mute. If you are talking, just respond back if you could understand or not. Sorry. Yeah. So you got my sentence. Somehow my system got into mute. Okay. 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 So now we will quickly move into P2P cycle, like how from what where to where the cycle start and cycle ends. Okay. So MM is called with other name called as P2P. Okay. Purchase to pay. So either it is P2P or metal management. Both the names comes under same thing. Okay. So whenever there is a requirement for certain department, like let us say we'll have certain departments at our office, like we'll have a project team where our head office lies at somewhere and the project runs in some other area like Gujarat or Mumbai or somewhere. So there, for the project team, they require some welding machine or some steel rods or some cement. It's their requirement as per the project base. Okay. So when they have a requirement, they will raise an indent. So indent is a again domain word I'm using, but in our recipe it is called as PR. Okay, PR means purchase requisition. So I'll go with the simple terms now. So once we get into the system, we'll take this into a maturity level and we'll confinely go for a different cycle. Now I'm going into a bit domain level. Okay. So once any project team or admin team, if they require any system or something, whoever requires some material, they will go and raise a purchase requisition. If you are new with terms and getting trouble to understand, you can raise your question immediately. Okay, don't sit idle, keeping question in mind. Okay, so once some department raises purchase requisition, now this purchase requisition will be transferred to the procurement team. So what is the other name for procurement?
Purchase.
Yes, purchase. Okay, so in industry, all purchasing teams are called as procurement teams. It's a industry level word or a domain word where it used. So this procurement team will go for market, will go to the market and search for suitable vendor. Okay, suitable vendor, like they will send the quotations. Okay, they will send the quotations or they will ask for the quotations to different vendor. Okay, it is called as RFQ, request for quotation. Okay, so either they can follow SAP here or they can send the from mail. So while SAP follow చేయొచ్చు, SAP లో కూడా we have this provision to send quotation, but not industrial level no one will follow that because it is not that suitable to the present industry management. Okay, usually what they will do is they will send a mail and they will wait for reply or mail, because all vendors may not have SAP configured in their system or some other tools configured in their system. It depends on their business level. If it is a high end business, maybe they may use the quotation. If not, they will go through the mail. So once you requested for quotation, then you'll get quotations from different vendor. Okay. So what is a quotation?
Quotation will confirm us how much quantity they are going to we are going to
Quotation is a document where you will have mainly the price and
details
delivery
price.
details
Yes.
of a of a inventory or of a item. Like so, if you ask price for something, like you will, if you want to buy a mobile, you will go to different shops and ask what is the final price of a material, right? That is nothing
Yes.
but you are going and taking your quotation. Sometimes if you want to buy, you lie on the bed and online you will search what Amazon is quoting the price, what your Flipkart is quoting the, what other websites are quoting, and whatever the best quotation you see. So you want both the things, like it should be delivered as soon as possible, and you want that to be little less price, right? As per your agency, you will adjust whether if it is 50 rupees price extra in other website, but they are delivering it immediately, and Amazon is giving 50 rupees less, but they are delivering it a week later. Then what you will do? You will select as per your emergency. Okay, if you are okay for a week later, you will buy something in Amazon. If you are not okay, you want your metal tomorrow, then you will pay extra 50 and you will buy from there, right? So basing on that, from all these quotations, you will finalize a vendor depending on the different objects, like what is his history, how the vendor is delivering to the all the metals, what is rating in the market. Like we are getting something for very cheap and the vendor rating is not good. Like we got some XYZ website where someone is selling 10,000 mobile to 8,000, but his rating is only one. Will we go for him? Will not, obviously, right? So in
No.
the same way, we
Yes.
will take all constraints into the picture and we will finalize one of the vendor. So once this vendor is finalized, so then we will send a mail to this vendor saying that okay, we are ready to buy. So send his details. So once you send his details, then we will create a document called purchase order.
Order.
Okay. So just keep this in mind because this is our central document. Okay, you will do everything with purchase order only, so you should have this in mind, and the transaction for this is me 21. And okay, so now what is the difference between this document and this document, ME 51 and ME 20? What is the difference between purchase requisition and purchase order? Both are called as, in SAP terms, both are called as purchasing documents only. Okay, whether it is purchase requisition, quotation, or purchase order, they are called as purchase documents only. Okay, we have to differentiate from with our own knowledge, saying that okay, this is purchase order, this is quotation. I'm saying, like, you go outside and you ask for a bill. Some guys will give a bill writing okay, this much of amount, and at the top you will have some heading saying that bill, invoice copy, quotation, draft. You will have that headings, right?
Yes.
So seeing that, you will understand okay, this is not a bill, because if your company is asking for a bill for claiming, and if you bring some quotation or draft copy and if you apply, they will say no, this is not the invoice copy. You have to bring the exact invoice copy, right? That is what your company says when you apply for some bills on your specs or medical bills. Okay, now what is the difference between all these three documents? But just give me your own explanation, no issues. Okay, purchase requisition, quotation, purchase order.
Purchase order is which confirm that we are going to get the things, the price. Quotation, vendor will provide us
Hmm.
what price they can give to us.
Hmm.
Purchase requisition, like a department is confirmed that how much quantity we require, how
Okay.
much quality and
Okay.
quantity.
So purchase requisition is a document that is roaming inside our company. So it is not going
Oh,
anywhere from our company, from one of our project team. We got it. Okay. So
okay.
this is called as internal document. Okay. So when you are going to interview, they may ask you what are the internal documents that we have. We have only one internal document, that is purchase requisition.
Purchase
Remaining all will
requisition.
flow out. Internal in the sense, this will flow inside our company only. No one knows that this requisition is raised. Okay. Coming to the quotations we will send to all the vendors. We will request for quotations from all the vendors. So this is coming somewhere from the outside, right? So these are called as external documents. Naresh, your explanation is absolutely correct. There is no way. But I'm
Okay.
speaking in view of SAP and in view of your understanding. Okay. This is called
Okay.
as external document. So whether purchase order will go out or will stay with us?
Sorry.
Purchase order will go out or will stay with us?
Purchase order will go outside now.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Then only
Purchase
we
order
can
is
get the
also
invoice.
an external document. This will go out to the vendor and then only you can speak, your vendor can send the item. Now going this outside will have different ways of transformation. Like you have an option called messages on SAP where we'll see it tomorrow. It's an option called as messages where you can send either mail or you can take out the printout and you can post it, or you can have a electronic data transformation which is called as iDoc. Like your telephones are all connected through cable, and your Google Chrome or your own PUBG games or all your Zoom calls, everything are connected through some internet activity, right? So in the same way, different systems are also connected with a medium called EDI or ALE in SAP. Okay, so you can send it in any way if it is suitable. So now what happens once I raise a purchase order, as per the timelines, the vendor will provide goods, right? Vendor will send the goods, right? So once vendor sends the goods, it reaches to our warehouse, and we'll do transaction called Migo. Okay, Migo is a transaction recipe where you can do the receiving of a goods. Like once we get the goods inside, so like let us say I ordered some 100 items, okay, here, and vendor has sent me 95 only as per his availability. So we have to record how many items we received into our warehouse, right or wrong?
Yes.
So this recording will happen at the Miko.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, Naresh. Okay. So 95 materials or 5
Why?
materials of,
Will the confirmation will be sent?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Confirmation you will have, Rajesh, but we will go into the mature levels once we are good with the basic understanding of the process. Now I'm going into the basic. So going on in next week, we'll go and develop this P2P circle with different
Okay,
updates
Mohit.
coming in.
Mm.
Okay. So first day I'm just going with the
Okay.
basic things of PRP1 GRIR. So latter part, once you are good with all the basic cycle, then we will go into business scenarios of P2P, and then we will activate those confirmations, inbound deliveries, transport management, sales, and all. Okay, clear?
Okay, Mohit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once these goods are received, then we will perform an activity called Myro. Okay. So what is a Myro? Myro is nothing but posting an invoice. Okay, so now in SAP we have two types of invoices. Okay, one is called as incoming invoice, one is called as outgoing invoice. Now with your knowledge, so just let me know, this is incoming invoice or outgoing invoice?
Incoming invoice.
Myro is
Madhikaru, Rajesh?
Myro is going to be external.
It's external document only, but it's incoming
External.
invoice
Okay.
or outgoing invoice.
Yeah, outgoing invoice.
Rajesh?
Outgoing, Mohit.
So now give me an example. And you are not starting your mapping with the external things. So like you have ordered something on the Flipkart, for example. Okay. So you got the order delivered. So you will give the invoice or you will get the invoice.
We are purchasing, right?
We'll get the invoice.
So then it is incoming or outgoing.
Okay. This is incoming.
Yeah. So always your
Incoming
purchasing
invoice.
invoice is incoming invoice only. Once we receive the invoices, basing on that, we will perform Myro activity. Like similar to the physical invoice, we will do that invoice in the system. Clear?
Selling also comes under
Yeah, yeah,
Myra,
clear.
right?
Now selling you will have another activity. Now if you are selling, you will give the invoice to the customer, right? You have to send that
Party.
invoice to the customer along with the shipping, along with the goods and all, right?
Correct.
So then it is called as outgoing invoice.
Yeah, that's what it comes under the Myra, right?
Now that will
Or
not come under Myro. That is again a different transaction called VF01, where you can see that in the sales cycle.
okay,
Okay, so that is different. That is completely different, and that you can see only under uh, this thing, your sales part. Okay, so what here in SAP training will touch integration of PP, integration of SD. SD will touch most like you can understand whole SD once you listen to the integration knowledge here. PP will touch as a basic thing like you need to understand because everywhere you will not have PP and it is again a large concept if you go for PP integration. But SD, wherever project you go, you will have for sure and you have to understand SD configuration for sure. Okay, the other thing you have your FA configuration. You will have complete configuration knowledge of FI and MM. We will go into different points where FI integrates with MM. Okay, so we'll touch all those integrations and then we'll discuss those things. Okay, so now this is an outgoing invoice. So what happens after the outgoing invoice is posted? Sorry, incoming invoice. So once this is posted, then we will submit this invoice to the finance team and they will go ahead
Invoice
with the
verification.
they will go ahead with the payment.
payments.
Now if this invoice is not matching the purchase order quantity or then the received quantity, like I ordered 100, I got 95, but I did my invoice for 100, then your system will should send this to the finance team or not.
Yeah, it will. So we have to pay the payments for the
So now
partial.
I ordered 100, I got only 95. Okay,
Yeah,
so then should this go to finance? I'm just trying to involve you into the process. I know the first time it will not go. You can't take this or you can't digest the whole process, but still, I'm giving different questions just to make yourself think with the practical knowledge that you do daily. Purchasing is nothing, our daily activity. We order many things daily, right? We buy many things from morning to evening.
if invoice is not matching, then it would go finance.
Naresh, Rajesh,
Uh, Probably it will not go as
We are
it hasn't reached the.
receiving the quality na, some quality na. At least we have to pay for that also.
but my invoice is again 100. Okay, we have to pay. I'm not saying no, but my invoice is 100. So now what should
Okay.
system do? System should ask you to post for 95 or it will post for 100 or what it will do. Okay,
Yeah,
so
It
yeah.
should
again,
post for only 95,
yeah,
not for
it should
100.
post by 95. It will give you a warning, but if you are still neglecting that and trying to post for 100, then this invoice will go for block. Okay, block in the
Okay.
sense it will hold your invoices not to go for the payment. Okay, once you again receive these five goods and if you do the GR, then system will automatically release this invoice. Understood?
Yeah,
Okay, so
Yeah, Mohit.
if you are getting only 95, Okay. So if you're getting only 95 and if you try to do your invoice for 100, it will block your invoice. Blocking is nothing for but putting hold, not to sending this for payment, not to sending this for finance team, saying that it is ready for payment. So now it will open in two ways. Either you should do the rest 5 quantity of GR. Okay, మిగిలిన 5 quantity మీరు GR చేయాలి. Then it will open. If not, you have to ask your manager whoever. So now Myro, if I'm posting this Myro, I have to ask my manager saying that okay, there was understanding. Sometimes when you buy something on the industry level, there will be some understanding going on. Like we'll send the 5 meters later, you can pay the payment first and all right. This is how the terms and conditions will go with the vendor. Like sometimes you have to pay the advance, sometimes you will pay all bill at once, not to have any nonsense. Like for raising 5 bill again and vendor waiting for that payment, it's again a nonsense. Like if it is a regular vendor, you'll play on the liability, like okay, this vendor is fine for me, and you will go ahead. So in that case, if you want to remove the block, you can approach your manager and say this is what happening. So unless we pay the payment, we will not get the either baki 5 quantity. So then they will make the payment also. So your manager can unblock this transaction. Clear?
Yep.
Yeah. So any doubts in the PTP cycle, or you're good with this?
Yeah, I'm good with this.
Yeah, good.
Rajesh?
Yeah, Mohit. I understand.
Okay. So
Where we can unblock this blocked
yes, there is a
by
transaction called MR item
MR.
8M.
Oh,
Okay. So where you can unblock those orders. Okay, in real time, it is not the access is not given to all the guys, it is given to the suitable persons only, like management level
okay.
only. So they will
Oh,
only approve that. Or sometimes without giving approval to anything, system will keep the background job and it will throw a workflow, it will throw a mail or something. It's an extra enhancement, it's not basic SAP. So all the management will not have access to SAP. Like even if I'm at director level or somewhere, and if I'm approving something, I will not access to the SAP every day, right? I will not work
yes.
on the SAP. So in that case, what I will do is, if I log in once in a week, once in 15 days, my passwords will expire. If I do not use my password for next 15 days, it will automatically get into lock, right?
Okay.
Now a busy person who is attending different meetings for the company, if we are asking him to raise a request to reset your password and all, he will not do all those things because he is a
Okay.
bit busy. And if we are going somewhere and approaching, then it will take 2 or 3 days usually. If I am joining a project, I will get my password in 15 days, first 2 weeks. That's a normal
Okay.
thing that goes in any IT industry. So if you are keeping someone of that waiting, it will not work out. So what we will do is we will enhance a mail which will go to his mailbox and he will approve there, and that will come to our system. So once the background job runs, it will read the approval mail and it will approve the invoice immediately. So that's how you will
Okay.
analyze. Why I'm saying these things is like, you should not only rely with SAP screens. You can sometimes go for external thing. You can go enhance your coding, because you should be little creative when you're giving your interviews. You should go with your own stories, because now you're going fresh with SAP with some sort of experience, saying that you have some sort of experience. So you should know that level of thinking, like what solutions we can give and all. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, if any doubts you can ask. If not, I'm